Here we're going to turn our attention. The House Select Committee on January 6th about to begin any moment. One notable feature, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has done away with the bipartisanship, so says Republicans. She handpicked each member to serve on the panel. She rejected two of them. One of those that she rejected is with us now. Jim Banks, chairman of the Republican Study Committee. Sir, good morning to you. Before we get underway here, and with the chairman there in the room now, Can you shed more light on what you believe was inside intelligence that was given the Capitol Police 3 weeks before the date of January 6th? And please help us understand how relevant that may or may not be in the end.
Well, Bill, I think this is a big reason why Speaker Pelosi removed and blocked me and Jim Jordan from serving on this committee, because we wanted to ask questions about this. How is it that 3 weeks prior to January 6th, intelligence reports were provided to the leadership of the Capitol Police that suggested that extremist groups would storm the Capitol and something dangerous would happen on that day, and yet the Capitol was completely unprepared for what would happen? And the more you ask these questions and unravel the facts about January 6th, the more you get into a line of questions that go up a chain of command that end up on Speaker Pelosi's desk. What we know is that the Capitol was unprepared. There was a systemic breakdown of security. The Capitol police officers weren't prepared because those intelligence reports weren't shared with all of the rank-and-file Capitol police officers who were on hand that day. Why that set of questions isn't allowed to be a part of what's asked today and in every hearing moving forward should tell every American what they already know. This is a political stunt by Pelosi and Democrats and nothing more.
Congressman Banks, there's going to be a lot of coverage of this particular hearing, although there are 14 investigations in total that are underway right now. So by no means is this one going to be the last word of it. But the first words today are going to be heard from the 4 Capitol Hill police officers who will testify. And Democrats have been saying in the press that they want to try to show that Republicans' support for police is empty rhetoric because of not being able to support these individuals here. How do you respond to that?
Well, last week, when I was still moving forward as ranking member of this committee, I met with the head of the U.S. Capitol Police Union. And I called at the time the chairman, Benny Thompson. He called me because we were working under the assumption that I was going to be the ranking member of this committee. And I told him, you need to have the head of the Capitol Police Union on the panel today. And he said no. And here's the reason why. The head of the Capitol Police Union told me that they were unprepared. They lacked the equipment that they needed that day. He said that the rioters had better equipment than the United States Capitol Police, and they weren't trained for what would happen that day. And they blame the leadership of the Capitol Police. By the way, the leadership of the Capitol Police, again, that chain of command leads back to Speaker Pelosi. All of this happened on Speaker Pelosi's watch as Speaker of the House, and she doesn't want that line of questioning to occur because it all leads back to her.
Let's see what unfolds here over the next 2.5 hours, sir. Please come back. Jim Banks, Republican from Indiana. So here we go now. 4 police officers, 2 from the U.S. Capitol Police, 2 from the Metro Police in D.C. This is the committee chairman, Benny Thompson, Democrat from Mississippi. We'll hear from him, opening statement. And then Liz Cheney, the Republican from Wyoming, we expect to go second. So let's drop on in.